p.m. and I'm on my way to the bar with a friend of mine. But this guy has a pretty and like really hot friend next to him. She's on the car with us. We arrived to the bar and there's two guys that I know here that I really appreciate. And they're like kind of like my friends. I greeted them with a big smile on my face. I hugged them and everything. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing today? Within 20 minutes, the DJ starts to play some Bad Bunny music and some Spanish and Latino music. And this is the thing. I freaking love to dance. And not only do I love to dance, but I'm so fucking good at it. So I went to the dance floor by myself and I started going crazy. I was throwing my moves, right? I was going crazy. And my friends and the girl that was here, they were all looking at me and they were like kind of like vibing and laughing with me. They were not laughing at me. They were laughing at the fact that they were like impressed, like laughing, but like in a really like impressed way. Like, dude, how the fuck you're so good at dancing? I'm dancing and I'm kind of like throwing the vibe at them so they can dance, so they can join. And all of a sudden, this pretty girl came over and she joined me. She came to the dance floor and started dancing with me. So we are dancing. Everyone is looking at us. Our friends are looking at us. We're just having fun. We're just dancing here. And as I'm dancing with her, I thought about two things. The first one was, wow, bro, look at you. Look at the guy that you become. You're here dancing without fearing what other people are thinking. You're making this event fun and you're not the boring guy anymore. And the second one, which is kind of weird, right? But I was like, I can have fun with girls. And this is the thing, this is the key. Not every single girl that I meet will end up being my girlfriend or I will end up fucking. And this is crucial because as soon as I thought about that, when I was dancing with her, I just saw her as a friend. So I, instead of being anxious, how am I performing? How am I dancing? How am I looking? I let go of all of the things because I was not putting her on a pedestal. I was not thinking, oh, what is she thinking about me? Am I being attractive to her? I didn't see her as a sexual object anymore. I was not trying to kiss her. I was not trying to grab her ass even though she turned around when she was in front of me. I was not trying to do anything with her, but just being myself, enjoying her company. I know it's a weird way to say things, but let me explain that to you. So this mindset actually helps me to not be really nervous around girls. Not every girl that I meet will end up being my girlfriend or I will end up fucking her. When I think about the fact that not every girl that I talk to will end up being my girlfriend, it gives me so much room and allows me to fuck things up. It allows me to be myself. It allows me to be relaxed because I no longer have to perform to be attractive. There's no longer a transaction between me and her of like, what do you think of me? Do you think that I'm attractive? Do you think that you could date me? There's no longer that bullshit. I can finally be myself. I can finally say the things that I want to say, my stories, what I like to do, my habits, without pressure, without feeling anxious, without being scared of fucking things up. And that's why I no longer run out of things to say because I no longer have to pass the thing that I say with a filter. Is this masculine enough? Is this something that a real man would say? Fuck that, right? I'm no longer, when I'm around girls, I'm no longer trying to put this mask that I would put and hey, how you doing today? Yeah, I try to do it. It's just fucking bullshit. Because here's something that I realized and something that fucking blew my mind. I work in a restaurant, right? Or let's say when I go to a shop, when I go to the grocery store, when I go to the mall. When I see couple, I always see that the guy is not the best looking. He's probably a little chubby. Yet, he's dating a beautiful girl. So this changed my perspective of girls and dating and girlfriends and boyfriends, right? Because I no longer try to be like James Bond, like some unrealistic expectation of myself, and I have to be this way. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be liked and I'm not gonna be dateable because that's the reality. I just gotta be myself. And when I like to study people, I like to analyze. When I see couples, what I always see is that the guy was just himself. He was not pressured. He doesn't have a deep voice. He was not trying to be mysterious. None of that bullshit. He was just being himself. And then she liked him. So it's kind of like they become friends. And then after they become friends, they start to date, right? That's what I've seen. So that's one of the things that I always think is like, if I cannot treat a single girl as my friend, I don't deserve, or I cannot treat a girl as my girlfriend. So instead of trying to gain her approval of me and trying to perform like the best, I'm just trying to be myself. I just know that not all of the girls that I talk to will end up being my girlfriend. And then something happens, right? When I talk to the pretty girl at my job, when I talk to the pretty girl at the gym, just like casual, without expecting a transaction, I gain kind of like, we can say, confidence, because I'm like, oh, I was just talking to this pretty girl without expecting anything. And she smiled, she was looking at me, we were having fun, I was telling her jokes, right? And it kind of gave me confidence and be like, oh, I can talk to girls. Or, oh yeah, girls are just fucking human beings at the end of the day. I wanted to picture the gym girl, a 10 out of 10, right? Big ass, red hair, perfect eyes, all of that. I went up to her and I asked her a stupid question. I was like, hey, I was watching this video about this guy. Like, he was talking about what type of bodies girls prefer. And I just wanted to hear your opinion. What do you think about this? And then she was open. Like, she was like talking to me. Oh, well, it depends. Certain girls prefer this, certain girls prefer that, right? And then we were just talking. I was like, hey, I know it was gonna be random, but I just wanted to hear your opinion. And she was like, yeah, sure. And then we had a small talk. Oh, for how long have you been coming here? This and that, right? But once again, I was not expecting anything from her. I was not expecting her Instagram, her phone number, her approval, none of that shit. And that helped me, and that gave me kind of like confidence. I'll be like, oh, I can talk to another girl the same way. Or maybe she's into me. Later, we're gonna start dating. But that's a beautiful thing that I've seen. It's like, first kind of like put the desperation aside, the neediness aside, and they will just notice. It's like, oh shit, this guy is talking to me as a fucking normal human being. That's kind of attractive, right? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's just like letting go and knowing that not every single girl will be your girlfriend or you will fuck every single girl. Just putting that aside, treat them more like friends, treat them more like sisters, but not in a weird way of like, oh shit, she's my sister and she can, like, and I'm always open. I know that, and I have the possibilities open, knowing that one day they can end up being my girlfriend. But the chances of them being my girlfriend are higher because they know who I'm truly am. They know that I'm not fucking nervous or fucking running out of things to say because I'm no longer trying to get her or perform. Does that make sense? I know it's weird, but hopefully that makes sense. Don't be shy. If you're struggling with this, if you're struggling with social anxiety, shyness, send me a DM on my Instagram and I would love to help you with that. Thank you for watching.